running maybe a couple minutes late today. We are in and out of electricity. Lainey, how are you doing with electricity? The wind is blowing pretty badly here, so well, these might not work today, huh? I was thinking these would work, but it's really blowy, and I think something is probably up against the lines and causing it to flicker in and out. So if I lose you, that's what's happened. Well, that's not much better, is it? Good morning, Samantha. How are you today, dear? I'm so glad you stopped into the cottage. Pick out a chair, put your project down, get yourself a glass of water or some orange juice in the refrigerator if you'd rather. And let's see. I made apricot and salami scones for today, so you might want to check that out. Apricot and salami, and they're very, very good. I know they sound a little funky, but they're very good. Leslie! And there's Not So Naughty. Jacqueline Marley's here with some Irish hugs. And my favorite pea in the whole world, spreading love and joy and happiness. Jackie Belcher's here. Guys, come on in, leave your shoes at the door and all your worries. Come on in, pick out a chair, set your project down, and then go get you something hot or cold to drink. And I was just saying, I made some scones this morning. No, yesterday. I made them yesterday. Apricot and salami, and they're very, very good. It's just really a simple recipe: sugar and flour and baking powder and salt. Of course, your butter, and then a cup of heavy cream, your apricots, your salami chunked up, and there's Jennifer, and there's Carrie. I love it when Carrie comes in. You know, there was a time when I wasn't sure about my relationship with Carrie, and I worked and worked and worked with her, and she, I think, on the other end was working with me to try and figure out what the problem was. So once we got it solved, it's like, here we are. Best buds. I love her. Oh my, what did I do? Tapped something and shut everything down. I was saying in the beginning, we've got a windstorm going on here right now, and there's Tammy. And Len, hello. Len, I love that somebody with the dress on. I don't know how you are remarkable with that centro, that little centro. You are absolutely, you're a wizard with that thing. I don't know how you do it, but that was the cutest thing. And there's my cousin Dee. And Dorothy's here. You got your first bunny made. Good. Post it on the Facebook page so that we all can see it, Dorothy. Now, I had a sister named Dorothy, and we pronounced all three syllables. Do you do two syllables, Dorothy, or do you do Dorothy? You have rain. Rain. I think it rained last night, Dee. A huge blanket hug. Now, I know Tammy, and Tammy makes huge blankets. So when she says she's got a huge blanket hug for you, she means it. All right, I am working on a hat, and that's got me stumped. And I don't know why, because it's not the first hat that I've made. Well, let me just show you the hats that I've made since last week, which would be about, I may have showed them on Wednesday. I don't know. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That would be 4 hats. We'll go back. This is actually today's hat. We went to Ollie's. Everybody's been saying, "Oh, Ollie's has got fabric and yarn and la 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 la." So I hornswoggled Mr. Elmo. Say that fast 3 times. I asked him if he'd take me up to Lake City to Ollie's, and he said yes, of course. So we went to Ollie's, and what they had was they had some Red Heart Super Saver in the giant ones, and they were only $4.99, which is, I think, pretty darn good. $4.99. Hobby Lobby's yarn is $5 a skein, but this was Red Heart, which I don't know makes it less than, but there was like 600 yards in it, which makes it more than. So anyway, I figured it was a good deal, but when I looked at it, it was their size 6 yarn, and I don't use chunky yarn. I don't think I've ever used chunky yarn. I may have gotten some chunky yarn and made a hat, but it's not my favorite yarn. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I just prefer to use the smaller yarns, the 3s and the 4s, my choice. Anyway, looking around, they had 2 other colors. This one, which is called Pink Lemonade, or Lemonada Rosa, and it's in 4-weight, and it has 417 yards, 100% acrylic. It is the Red Heart Flower Power. I didn't know it was the Flower Power. I just saw the Red Heart and picked it up and thought it was awful pretty. So I got one. And I also got, they had 2 there. And this one is called Soft White Buttercup Blush. It has soft white and it has the buttercup blush in it. Isn't that amazing? Just like they said. It's another granny square, all-in-one granny square, which I did not realize they were until after I picked them up and oohed and ahed. There is the pictures of what they make. This one has brown in it. This one is just yellow, 2 shades of yellow, a bright yellow and a more pastel yellow, and the pink. And the pink in this is not quite the same. This pink is darker than this one because, I know this because I have a Big Twist Value yarn that is magenta, and the magenta is the exact color of this one, which I have not used yet, the Buttercup Blush. The pinks are the same. They're very, very close to this one, but they're not exact, and I'll show you how I know that. Can you see the 2 pinks there? This one is from the yarn. This one is the Big Twist. So it's very close, and if, it's what Georgia Bonesteel used to call a gallop and grin. If you can ride by on a galloping horse and smile at this project, we're good. But really, you can see that it's 2 different colors. It's not showing up. Well, there you go. That's showing up a little bit, isn't it? Just a little different. This is the color of the pink in the hat. And this is the Big Twist. But that's one. My sister's birthday was the 11th, Dorothy's. She pronounced all 3 syllables. And I did not find, Dorothy, what you said, 2 or 3. Let me go back up here in the chat and check it out. Beautiful yarn, she says. You've done it, Leanie? Made bunnies with the granny square yarn? There's Marsha Lee. Hello, sweetheart. All right, I'm not finding an answer. Do Facebook. Send a photo in an email when I can. Okay, yeah, that's good. Send it to Leanie. And Leanie can put it in the, I think Leanie can put it in the Facebook page. Hit the thumbs, Mia says. Well, I'm not finding you, Dorothy. Okay. No, I don't see an answer here. Okay. It really doesn't matter. I still love you. All right, this is the hat I made for my sister, Dorothy, because yellow roses were her favorite color. And when she passed, each one of us 3 remaining sisters took a single yellow rose out of the yellow splay that we had on the casket, and we laid it on the casket, each one of us. So that's that. And this is my favorite star stitch in there. Can you guys see that? Love that star stitch. And then, of course, on the 14th was a pink one for Valentine's Day. And then I finished this green one first. And this one is the one that I promised you. This is the hat made out of ka-ching, the V-stitch for the month of February. And don't forget, please, February has 2 R's. February. February, not February. It's February. Look it up. Anyway, this is the V-stitch hat. And I was able to do it. And then I just put a moss stitch, you know, the moss stitch, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, moss stitch brim on it. And then there's the twins, which was the granny square hat. And I looked at this granny square hat and I said, if I can do a granny cluster hat, then I can do a V-stitch hat. And they're almost the same, but not quite, because this has 3 and the V-stitch only has 2, but it's the same principle. So I just finagled and there it is. It's the same thing, only different. Okay, I think that's it, except for this one, which the other twin is Bag O' Day's hat. And I forget what she called this hat. It's something like his and hers, generic beanie, simple to make, easy to do. And I just love it. I think this is the 2nd or 3rd one that I've done. And in this, it comes out very, very pretty. Now, you'll notice that this one is the yarn all the way to the bottom. And I did a single crochet border on it. Well, when I got partway down, guess what? I played Yarn Chicken and lost. So I just pulled a green that I had. It's kind of a variegated green, but it was close enough to the green in it. So I just put the green bottom on it, and I think it came out all right. It doesn't look like, it looks like it works. All right, and that, oh no, I have one for tomorrow. I already did it up because I wanted to see what it looked like because the yarn is so stinking pretty. And again, I was playing yarn chicken, but I have a pair of fingerless sleeves for infusion patients. And this is so pretty. This yarn is just, I don't know. Anyway, I put this little shell stitch on the bottom of it, and I thought that was really pretty. And I'm going to figure out how to do the shell stitch on these sleeves. And I did these on the Central machine. Thank you very much, Len, for giving me the courage to try that. And all it is just a sleeve, but I left plenty of yarn to finish off a shell. So I've got a pair of sleeves. And that's that. Now, the one I'm working on today for, I don't know, for Monday or Tuesday, I think I'm on number 16. So what is today? Today is 15. So I'm working on tomorrow's. I don't know. You have to go and see. Over to Christy's Closet. She's got them all in the hats and more hats. But I'm doing another one. And for some reason, I got mixed up on my count. So what I'm doing now is going back to the beginning. And let's see, where am I? Going back to the beginning. It's backwards when you turn it around. You know that? Okay. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, and then you go all the way around. Every other one is a front post. And when you get 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 12 in the beginning. 6 12s is 72. So my hat will be 72. And there you can see the difference between the cut out piece from the center flower of the granny square, the yellow granny square. You can see I cut it out. And I got just 12 out of it. And then this is the twist, the big twist. So that's the color difference. You can see it clearly there. But I'm in the process of figuring that one out. But since this is Sunday and we're not doing that on Sunday, we're doing bunnies. We are going to do a bunny head. A bunny head. I love my cottage. I just need to clean it. Anybody want to come over and help me clean? Oh, and Minin, Minin, showed me this stitch this week, which, I got to use it and try and figure out a way to make a hat out of it. I think with just green and white and green and white. I don't know. You never know what I'm going to do. You know that. You know that. Those of you who know me know And I still want to show you this stitch, which I will. It is such a nice stitch for a dishcloth. We might do this next month since we're doing V-stitches this month. Did anybody do anything with the yeah, I thought it was looked like a shamrock. Be right back over. All right. You get your car and come right back, because I will miss you otherwise. Square to a circle, yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty. And I do know how to do a square to a circle. I do know how to do that. I have done that a couple times for granny square blankets. Bonnie! My Bonnie girl is back. Hello, sweetheart. I have been missing you. I love you so much. And KK is here. Boy, that just... I'm so glad you're back. KK, did you see the hats? My Antonino's here too. I do love you, sweetheart. You come and clean the cottage. You and Bonnie can both come. KK, do you think I can make it into a hat? It might be open, too open maybe. I don't know. I was worried about that. Other than that, maybe I'll figure out, well, I don't know. I'll figure something out. No drama. Bonnie, I had a coat on yesterday at the beach. It's just been cool here. Okay. Meanwhile, back in the cottage, we're doing the bunny's head. As soon as I can make a hole for a bunny head. And I'm still working on this big twist tweed hat, but I'm telling you, after crocheting, well, I don't know how many hats I have crocheted. Oh. Well, I can tell you how many hats I've crocheted. I did 10 for January, and I've done 15, 16, I think 16 for February so far. And one of those hats was the pink one for Valentine's Day. That was a knitted hat using the Ross hat pattern, because that's a nice simple pattern. But I'm using this big twist tweed. Probably won't get it done until March. It's green, it'll be okay anyway, but I am telling you, this thing is going so slowly. When you crochet, you can just fly along, but when you knit, knitting, I guess I could compare stitches as to single crochet. So if you were going to single crochet a hat all the way from the brim to the top, it might take as long as a knitted one, because these are as if you're doing a single crochet, because you only do one stitch at a time. It is beautiful. It comes out so nice and smooth, but it is so tedious to do. but I switch off from knitting, from crocheting to knitting, because this thumb doesn't always want to participate in crocheting, but it doesn't have to hold as much, or I don't have to put as much pressure on it when I'm knitting. So it's a little easier to knit than to crochet. So I switch off and give my thumb some relief. So I may get it done in March. Who knows? It may wind up one of the red and green and white ones for Christmas. You never know. Okay. Let's get back to bunny heads. Oh, and I've been making chickens too. Cute little, funky little. Oh, I think they've all run off. Nope, here's one. And that'll be one more over here. Yep. These guys don't have their accoutrements, but there's an eye and here's an eye. But they don't have beaks and stuff yet. But I'm doing up 20 of these little guys. And I'm going to put them in an egg carton and give them to the teacher at Bell Elementary for her 3rd grade class. She uses them as reading buddies. So I said, okay, I can make you some reading buddies. She said, okay, I like this chicken. So I said, okay, well, I'm just making chickens, and they're going in an egg carton because they're little. Not expending a whole lot of time on it. All right. Stick that in there and I'll never be able to find it again. You know how that goes. This, no, that can't go away yet. Okay, what was I making? Oh, this is the Ross hat. Smells Like Yarn Guy. The Ross hat by the Smells Like Yarn guy, smellslikeyarn.com. And all of the instructions are on one sheet, and then he has for 5 weight, 6 weight, 4 weight, 3 weight. So no matter what you make it out of, you're covered. He's very, very good. This is, oh, I don't know how to use that yet. I'm figuring out, trying to figure out how to get the pictures on my phone into my computer. And the way that I've been doing it is taking them from Gmail on my phone and sending them to me on Gmail. Taking them from my phone and sending them to me in Gmail. Then I can go in the Gmail on my computer and download them. What a pain in the tuchus. So what I'm thinking of doing is I got one of these puppies and I'm going to download the phone into here and see if I can transfer from here into the computer. I am not technologically savvy. I am technologically ignorant. And so Gloria's here. Gloria, come on in. Set your project down on a chair. Get yourself something to eat. I made apricot and salami scones this morning. I sent me my things I want to save to my Yahoo, mail them, and then I can print them. Yeah, see, it's just, there's a better way to do it. There's a quicker way to do it. There's an easier way to do it. But by golly, I don't know what it is. And I'm not calling my grandson because I know what he'll say. All right, let's start this. Are you ready to start this bunny head? You got your hook. You got your yarn. And we got our fingers. Did I forget anything? Hi, I'm Miss C. I live at Miss C's cottage, the home of the Sun Bunny. I am what I am, and that's all what I am. And I'm okay with that. I'm good. I'm good. I am what I am, and I'm okay with that. The Sun Bunny is a crocheted rabbit that I make and give to people who need to know that somebody loves them just the way they are. They can change if they want to. They can get better. They can choose to get worse. But no matter what, they are loved for who they are, just the way they are. That's what I want people to know. Took butter tarts out of the oven. Yum. What are butter tarts? Len, you're going to have to Gmail me that address. Valerie Knitter Hands. Valerie, I haven't sent your yarn out to you yet, but I'll get to it. I haven't gotten back there yet. Actually, I've been in a slump. Those of you who know slumps know what a slump is. And that's where I've been. And I don't think going up to my sister's helped me because she lives in a slump and has no desire to get out of her slump. And I kind of slugged backwards and down into her slump. And it's hard to climb out of a slump. Maybe some of you know that, you know what I'm talking about, but it takes forever. And I think for every day that you're good, for every day that you're in a slump, it takes you 3 days of being good to make up for it. So I've got 3 weeks, which is probably 3 months. I should be good by March. I should be my best in March. And today is the 15th, which means I'm 10 days into my 80th year. So I got to do something or I'm going to be doomed. All right, let me get this camera. Let's get the camera going. All right, let's try this out and see what happens. Settings, camera, smart cam. Oh, what happened? Is it not plugged in? Well, by golly. It's not plugged in. No wonder I can't get it. Okay, let me move a few things around. Does it go here? Nope, it goes back here. Okay, I think. Uh-oh, what happened to our wow. Well, that was weird. Okay. By golly, we got it on the first try. Look at that. How about that? All right. Oh, that's pretty big. Let's see. We're going to do this. May need to go up a bit, huh? Just a bit. Okay. After all this time, you'd think I would know what I was doing. All right, we're going to do a double. Hold it on your middle finger, or no, next to the pinky. Wrap it around twice. 1, 2, up over your index. And I hold mine with my pinky. Okay, and I'm going to fold it in. And I'm going to come in and snag it. That does not count as a chain. It's a snag. Snag. Okay. And we're going to put 6 in the circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And my snag. All right, and then I'm going to pull the tail while I hold the stitch, not here. If you hold here, nothing's going to move. You hold here, it moves. You're going to get the small circle and pull it to close up the bigger circle. And then you're going to get the tail and close up that smaller circle that you pulled first. And that gives you your beginning stitch. And I have a 5 and I want to go down to a 4.5 if I have it. A 4.5. Nope. Excuse me. Oh my. Well, I didn't expect that, guys. Okay, I don't have it, so we'll stick with the 5. All right, the next round, or round 1, I'm going to put my row marker in here, is 2 in each. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And this looks really blurry to me. Is it blurry to you? What's the times, guys? Yes, blurry. Okay. So that means I need to come up a bit. Thank you, Bonnie. We'll see how this works. Maybe not quite so bad. Okay, the next round is we're going to put 3 in 2. So we're going to put 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Six, 12, 18. The next row will be 24. Kim G. Jin Jin. Denisha. Oh, Carrie, yeah, you and Denisha need to talk. Debbie Grabert fell before Christmas, broke her shoulder in 3 places, but getting better. Wow. Oh, no. The right arm. One of the girls is watching you. Hi, Millie. You know, Bonnie, it's that's why I trade off crocheting and knitting. It's because you can get too much of a good thing, I think. And so if you have another craft, it's good to trade off once in a while. All right, so we're going to do 1, 2, and then 2 in the next, 3, 4, and that'll take us to 24 stitches around. So go ahead and do that. 1, 2, and then 2 in the next. 1 stitch in each of the next 2, and then 2 in the next. 13, 18. Oh no, that's probably 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I don't know where to put my hands. 22. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. 23, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Well, I don't know how I did that. Well, it won't matter. We'll get it the next time. The next row is 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. We should have 4 stitches left. 2, 3, 4. We do. 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. The next row, add 6, will be 36. We're going to do 4 and then 2, not 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm taking this bracelet off because it's making noise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 36. We're going one more round. 6 and 36 is 42. So let's just do this. That's 5 and 2. 6 sevens is 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alma, I printed off your copies and I will get them mailed out to you tomorrow. And if anybody would like a copy of how to make a Sun Bunny, please Gmail me at missy'scottage@gmail.com and I will send you a link to a copy. Because I would like everyone who crochets and would like to make a Sun Bunny to be able to, so that we can eventually, and I don't care if you pass on the pattern, as long as you don't sell it. I don't care if you pass on the pattern. It's free, given freely, given with love, so that everyone knows how much they're loved. And there is there's 42. Now, I do not know where my instructions are. And I've been making so many hats. I don't remember what the next part is, but hang on a second. And let me go and get them. All right. I got Elmo's copy. Here's what it looks like. And these are all little bunnies. I don't know if you can see them clearly or not. I don't know if it will focus. I don't think it focuses. Anyway, it's Miss C's cottage, home of the Sun Bunny, and here is the directions. And right here on the front is the head. And you're not going to be able to take a screenshot of it because it's so blurry you can't read it. It doesn't get any clearer. Nah. Okay. Bunny head. We're up to 42, row 7. Increase, single crochet 5 and increase. Times 6, which makes it 42. It's the same increase as the body. All right, row 11, we go into shaping. The shaping of the head. And 8, 9, 10, and 11, the next 4 rows are 42. 42 stitches, just the same amount. So go ahead and do your 4 rows, and I'll check the chat that I haven't been reading because I've been counting, and I can't, you know me, I can't do 2 things at once. I don't have a post office, and I guess because I don't expect anything. In the odd occasion, you can always buy me a coffee. On the odd occasion, if you wanted to send me some, I guess if you Gmail me, I could give you my address because things they come here to Elmo's. Well, it's not really a senior living facility. Well, I guess it is. I don't know. He's opened his home up to residents, and for a while there were, I don't know, 4 residents. Maybe he has 4 rooms. So he may have had at least 4. I don't know if he had married couples here before me or not, but we're down to just me, which has proved in the beginning kind of uncomfortable, but now it's settled into a nice, I have to tell you, it's settled into a very nice working relationship. We take turns fixing meals because I can cook and I cook things differently than he does, and he seems to enjoy that. I don't cook often. He does most of the cooking. I do my own laundry, keep my own room clean. But sometimes on nights that it's his turn to cook, we go out to dinner, which is very nice because he hasn't upped my rent. So it's been very nice, and he's just a wonderful man. If I want to go anywhere or if I need to go anywhere, he drives me, and he is content to sit in the car with his phone or his iPad and play a game or read the news or whatever, and just sit there and wait for me. He's just so patient with me. It's been very, very nice. I was unsure as to what was going to happen when Margaret moved out and didn't come back. She moved out before Thanksgiving 2 years ago, and she was going to be back by Christmas and didn't come back. And this Christmas will be 2 years, I think. Anyway, I'm the only one here, and I was really I never thought he would take advantage of me or anything like that. He's never been inappropriate or flirty or teasing that way. He's always been very much the gentleman, very patient, very consistent, uh, over and above in making sure that everything is up to running. Um, right now he's working on the light in the kitchen. It blew a bulb and he replaced it and the bulb wouldn't light up, the new bulb. So he thinks it's the light fixture itself and not necessarily a new bulb is the problem. So anyway, he's always been real good about, if my door squeaks or if I've tripped on something in the yard, it's not there the next time. And I have begun, like I said, I've begun sharing cooking nights and I've begun helping out in the yard. The garden is just it's dead from the frost that we had this winter, and we haven't had a frost this long, this low for a while, so most all the ferns are gone. But if you live in the south and you know ferns, they're going to come right back up. You can't kill a fern. Well, I guess you can kill a fern, but you can't kill the ferns in the ground. And if you do, it's like no great big loss because by next year they're going to be all over the yard again anyway. They're like a weed, a beautiful weed. But he's put up a deer fence this year, he and his son, and because the deer came through and ate all of the flowers that we planted. All my impatiens that I put in the big round flat bowl were just heaped up and flowing over with red impatiens. The deer came through and ate them all down to the ground, stem and all. I was just heartbroken. And if it wasn't funny, I probably would cry, but you can't fault a deer for eating flora, herbs. No, nobody's supposed to call me now. Oh, suspected spam. Block the number. Okay. I hope that wasn't anybody. Okay, you can't blame deer for eating grass and shrubs and stuff like that. That's what they do. So anyway, he and his son came over his son came over and he and his son put up a deer fence, a big rectangular fence around the viewing stand, which was the old barn that 2/3 of it burnt and only the viewing stand stayed. I'm sure I told you that story. Anyway, they put up a big 8-foot fence all the way around it. But it's not gaudy. It's green squares. And really you don't even hardly see it. So he was so concerned that the deer wouldn't see it that he tied yellow and blue stripes of plastic every so often on the fence because he says that deer can see the colors yellow and blue. All right, there is my 4 rows of 42 stitches. Kind of looks like something Diana the Warrior would wear. Well, we're not going to go there. Okay, yeah, he will be 82 this year, 81. He'll be 81 this year, and I just turned 79, so we're about the same age. Thank you, Bonnie. I did block it. Oh, and then it gives me wrong or missing name, general spam, not spam, telemarketer, a debt collector, robocaller, fraud, political, or survey. I have no clue what it was. Susan Burke, you did not get any what? Susan Burke did not get any what? Oh, I just saw a thing on Nooking this morning. Isn't that weird? Heidi! I did not see you come in, Heidi. I don't have a Nook hook, but I did see it. It was Play Hooky with Me, Michelle. She had one on this morning of how to Nook, and it looks like a crochet hook, the old aluminum crochet hooks, only it's longer. There's no flat space on it. What happened? Okay, there's no flat space on it. It's just a long crochet hook, but on the end it has an eye like a needle, and you put a cord through there, and then you do something similar to most Tunisian, like a Tunisian stitch with it. He does make a good house companion. Sometimes I'll go down in his office at night because his TV's down there. That's where I'm either in the cottage or upstairs in the common room. I don't go up in the common room any much anymore, except on Tuesdays when my sister-in-law comes. We use that room to crochet, but sometimes in the evenings, I don't know. I just whether I get lonely or I think he might sometimes he'll come to the door and how are you doing, you doing okay, and I know that it's too quiet in the house, so if I'm working on something I don't have to count or think about, I'll take my project downstairs to his office, and he'll be watching TV or have something on the TV, but he'll be playing a game on his laptop, and I'll sit down there and crochet with him. And it's a very comfortable place to be. There's silence between us, but it's not it's a very comfortable silence because it's just like looking over and seeing another person. If I die, there's somebody else there that will know it. If he dies, I'll know it. So it's just a very comfortable companionship, I guess. That's a good word for it, Heidi. He is a good companion. Oh, well, you know what, Susan? I didn't come on early. I got I got caught up in doing that hat, and I was still sitting here in my pajamas, and Elmo came to the door and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, I'm working on hat number 18. And he said, no, you've got about 15 minutes and you need to go on your show. And I was like, oh, geez, forgot about that. So I went in, got dressed, went out to the kitchen sink, washed my hair. I know. Don't send me bad emails for washing my hair in the kitchen sink, but it's up and it's got a nozzle and a swivel and it's just easier than anyway. I washed my hair, went in and blew it dry, and by golly, the blow dryer had a short in it or something, I don't know, and it quit. And the lights went out in the house. So I don't know if it was the wind messing in the wires, if it was um if it was the short in the blow dryer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to get some eyes out. We're at 11, row 11, so we still should have 42 stitches. The next row, row 12, is a decrease row. So we're going to single crochet 5 and decrease. And that will take us back down to 36. So let's do that because I don't want to run out of time with the head like we did with the body. Okay, I'm back. Zach, man, don't you dare be worried. You know your job. You're good at it. Yep, I'm back. Now I have to go back to the camera and switch cameras again. I'm telling you, this is really I'm learning a lot here. All right. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a decrease. 1. This is actually the forehead that we're decreasing. 5 and a decrease. We do this 6 times. If you can keep the oh, I don't know why sometimes. I don't know why I love you like I do. I don't know why I just do. All right, now I got to start over and count because I forgot my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, decrease. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and invisible decrease, which you do by going in the next 2 front loops, yarn over, pull through both, yarn over, and do your single crochet. And that is what makes your forehead. All right, and that was row 12. Row 13, we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. And 14, we're going to put the eyes in. So get your eyes ready. I like to use the 14s, but they don't, I have a difficulty finding 14s anymore. You can find 12s and 16s and 18s, but you don't find 12s very often. No, 14s. You don't find 14s very often. See if I put it here. Well, I guess I can see it okay. I have to look at it crooked, but better me look at it crooked than you look at it crooked, right? Elmo's son is coming over at 1 o'clock this afternoon to help him with, oh, he's probably already here, to help him with some things out in the barn. I hope they get the clippers down and get those branches off the roof, the back corner of the home, which is Mr. Elmo's room, has 3 branches. So there's a huge tree back on that corner, and there's 3 branches that are small branches, but they come down and they sweep the roof whenever the wind blows. And I'm afraid or concerned that it will take the shingles off of the roof, or that maybe one of those branches will come down and put a hole in the roof, injure Mr. Elmo, and that would be a tragedy. All right, we are now on row 14. And we're going to put the eyes in. We're going to put the setting for the eyes in. So row 14 says, crochet 2 together, three times. There's 1, 2, 3. And I like to take a piece of yarn and put through that middle stitch, kind of like a marker. And then we're going to crochet 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to do the same thing on these next 6 stitches that we did on these first 6 stitches. We're going to crochet 2 together. And this makes his eyebrows. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go in this second one and pull this through, so I know where the second one is. And that's the center stitch of the 3 that we decreased, the 6, and the center stitch of the 3 that we just decreased. And once we do that third decrease, there should be 18 stitches left. We're going to single crochet in the last 18. And that's row 14. 14 is the eyes. Nisi, I have some giraffes to send to you. I noticed last week or the week before you went out to Watson's, and I felt bad that I didn't have them completed yet. But actually, I've been working on hats, and more hats. I took 4 more blankets up to the nursing home in Fort White. Bonnie, when I get in my craft room, I just lose all sense of time. That's okay, Tammy. I call her KNEE-C, all in caps. Nisi. I do, sweetheart. Thank you. And I may just have to call you on that because I told you, I've fallen a bit behind in my commitments here. All right, the next row is rows 15 and 16. There should be 30 stitches in this row because we decreased by 6. So we are at 30 stitches. We're going to do 2 rows, 15 and 16, with 30 stitches. Don't catch your eye marker when you're doing your stitching. Make sure you hold it back. It's no great big deal if you pull it out, but they're just easier to find if you've got them marked, and you can keep them marked. It's just easier to find the stitch when you go to put the eyes in, because that's where your eyes will be. And most of the time I mark it, but if I've got to wake up in the morning and I'm in a really good place, and my eyes are working and my brain is working and my hips and my knees are working and my fingers and my thumb, especially if it's working, I might not put them on. It did it again. Come back, Missy. Oh, Missy's weather is bad. Yeah, it's blowing pretty heavy, so I don't know whether it blew my my Wi-Fi out the window, or whether it's the trees on the lines. I know that the county is coming through. They're they're putting in Cox Cable, I think, in Columbia County. So I don't think that's got anything to do with it, but um I don't know. Let's see, I was going to get something. What was I going to get? And I thought, well, I'll go and get it while I'm off the air, but didn't work out like that. I don't know what it was. You know, my brain, it'll come back. All right, so while I'm here, let's just do eyes. And I am going to I'm going to try a different kind of eye. I saw a different eye this morning. Someone had, and actually, it looked more like a nose. Mhm. Ooh, those are different sizes. Those aren't. Well, these are all messed up. I wonder what's going on. These aren't very big. I only found one of those bigger ones. Well, maybe I'll just have to use. I don't know. Are these the same size? Yes, they are, but I don't know if they're going to work in here. I think they're kind of little. That's kind of a small eye, isn't it? I don't think I like that eye. I like the shape of it, but I just don't like the. Okay, I have my eyes and I have the backs. Okay. Now, where are we on this? We've done we've done 15, 16. Now we're doing row 17. And I'm going to put my eyes in first because I like to do that. So let me try and get this thing back on. Camera. Settings. Smart cam. Okay. I'm going to put an eye in here. And I bought one of these. It's it's for eyes and you put the eye in the round part, and then you put the backing, and it has this hole where the stem comes through, and you can pinch it and put the eye in. Pretty cool, huh? Then I'm going to come over here and put in the second eye. And I can pull this out now. Sometimes my fingers just don't want to work well. So that's when I love this tool. I can put the eye right in there. Straighten it in the thing and pinch, and it pushes it right on. It's a great tool, Amazon, and I think it was under $10 if I remember. And there is my bunny's forehead, his eyebrows, and his eyes. And now we're on row 17. So what we're going to do here is we're going to crochet 4 singles and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I may suggest to you, if you use a bigger eye, you may want to go ahead and do 17 and maybe even 18, which will be your status round. 18 is just single stitch in each of the 25 stitches. So you might want to do that status round before you put in your eyes. That way you're sure that you have plenty of room to crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. I'm going to go in the first loop here and the top loop there for our decrease stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a, oh, can you even see it? And a decrease. Yeah, they're nice. One, 2, 3, 4. No, you can't put 2 stitches in the same one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I got a decrease here. I think I messed up. Well, I'm taking it back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3. This one was right. 4. And we decreased here, remember? We went by the tricky eye. 4 and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got a decrease. Because I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. I forgot to bring this back up. All right, 18 is single stitch in each one around. So we should have 25 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't like this. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We should have 5 left. 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. All right, this is row 18 that we just did. And it tells us in there to stop at 18. If you're going to put safety eyes in, you could either do them at 16 or 18, whichever. I'm going to put some stuffing in. I like to push with my thumbs because I get it where I want it when I do it with my thumbs. And I like him to have a nice head and some puffies out here above his eyes. And I like him to have some nice cheekers. If you look at bunnies, bunnies have pretty darn cute looking cheeks. They have these little cheekers underneath their eyes. Look how big their eyes are. I maybe should have put bigger eyes in my bunny. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll put bigger eyes. What do you think, guys? What do you think? All right, it's all downhill from here. Cute little cheekers. Eyes. All right, from here we go to single crochet and decrease 3. 3 singles. and a decrease. We're coming out to the nose now. 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. I'm not very good at this tutorial stuff. I don't have a very professional camera set up. This camera is just one that I bought at Ollie's, actually. No, I don't think my Ollie's one worked. I bought it with Jen, and it never worked right. I think this is one that I got on Amazon, but it's not real professional. It wasn't very expensive, and it's kind of blurry, actually. Not real happy with it, but it is what it is. And I'm talking you through it, so. And even if, if you took your glasses off, you'd probably see the same thing, and you'd rely on me talking you through it, and not so much on the camera. So, this gets us through row 19. The next row is 20, and we're going to do 2 singles and a decrease. I do wish I'd put in bigger eyes. 2 singles and a decrease. That's okay. If you're going to embroider the eyes on, you wait until it's all the way completed. Did I tell you that? Put them in on between row 16 and 18 if you're going to put in the plastic eyes. If you're going to embroider them, you can wait until you're done. Because that way, if your head goes on a little wonky, you can always straighten it up with the eyes. All right, 2 singles and a decrease finishes this row. And then we are on row 21, which is a single and a decrease. All the way around. A single and a decrease. A single and a decrease. A single and a decrease. A single and the last decrease, which gets us to 10 stitches. And it says slip stitch into this one and cut off a nice tail for stitching. And I've got my needle right here. Which I like to fold my yarn over the side of the needle and then push it right up through the eye, and it comes up really nice. And before I close off this nose, I'm going to put some more stuffing in there. The head, you don't have to stuff really firm. The body, you need to stuff firm because the body holds the head on. And if you don't stuff the body, especially the neck, you get a wobbly wobbly head bunny. But you just want to make sure his nose gets stuffed up so that it has shape. But you don't really need to pack the head. I don't pack the head. Now that is a nice shaped bunny head. It's got nice cheekers underneath its eyes. It's got a nice shaped head. It's got a nice nose. We can pull this row marker out now. And take your needle, put it through that first loop, and then I go under the loops, picking up that top loop, under, pick up the top loop, the top loop, the top loop, the top loop, till you get all 10 of those. And then you pull them closed, pull it tight. And that's what makes his nose. And I like to go around it at least twice in just the top loops that are sticking up so nice for you. I think I'm going to go around the third time with this one. And then I usually look for a spot that's kind of weak. I really don't see one. So I guess I'm just going to stick it right in here and come out down here somewhere between the eyes in the neck area. And there's your bunny head. Awesome sauce. All right, we have run over. No, we have 3 minutes. That's okay. You know, I like to spend the last few minutes with you just chatting. So we have mentioned that the Lord is my shepherd and that I shall not want, because he makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters, and he restores my soul. And he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. And on that path, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And here's the best part. He prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Sometimes I share things from my personal life. And one of those is I worked as the director of a daycare one at the church. And I was in a bind one day, and I didn't have a teacher. And one of the dads came in with his son, and he said, "There's who's in the room with them today?" And I said, well, I haven't got that figured out yet. I've been in here until we can find a teacher or someone to come in. And he says, I'll stay. And I said, are you sure? And he said, yeah, I don't mind. So I talked it over with my assistant director, and, you know, she knew him, I know him. So we let him stay 4 hours. It was a half-day program. I think he came at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So they only stayed till 12. So it wasn't even a whole day, but he came in and he watched the kids. And hey, Charlotte. I had a parent come to me the next day. She was not happy that man had been in there with her son. And she didn't think it was right. He wasn't even a teacher. He wasn't fingerprinted. And I tried to explain to her the situation. And she said, I'm telling the board. So she went to the board and told the board what I had done. And also that I had gotten ugly with her. Well, when you are in a state, sometimes you don't always remember exactly what you've done and what you've said. And I just kept praying, forgive me what I didn't do, or forgive me what I did that I shouldn't have, whatever. And it came up a couple days later, and my assistant director was in the office with me, and I said, Mrs. So-and-so confronted me about Mr. So-and-so being in the class. She was not happy with it, and I tried to explain, and I said, she went to the board and told her that I was disrespectful to her and what I had said. And I told her what she had told the board. And my assistant director said, no, you didn't. And I said, what? And she said, you didn't say that. You weren't in any way upset or mean to her. She said, in fact, I was sitting here thinking I would have told her off. And she said, you came across so confident, so professional, and never a hint of ugly in your voice. And I looked at her and I said, you were in here? And she said, yes. And it amazed me because I never saw her in there. And it amazed me that she would stand up and say what I thought had happened. She backed me up. And in that instance, I knew that God had prepared a table for me in the presence of mine enemies. It's pretty darn awesome. Okay, I'm taking prayer requests now. We are not letting Pebbles get docked for hours. Let's see what else is here. Jenny says, thanks to everyone who prayed for me for your high blood pressure. Her blood pressure is normal. Yay! I love praises. Excuse me. Prayers for all who need them, say Barbara Anderson. Welcome, Barbara. Keep Lana in your prayers. Well, my goodness, I have the hookups. I was thinking I have to go back in my notes and look up what Lana was needing prayers for before. Her mom and her blood pressure and her family. Mom has low blood pressure to appeal. God's got this, you bet.
Dear Hardy, you want anything? Cheeseburger?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cheeseburger, fries, Coke?
Yeah. I love.
You want fries?
Cheeseburger, fries, and Coke?
No Coke.
No Coke.
No
Cheeseburger,
Coke.
fries.
Just cheeseburger and some fries. That would
Okay.
be great. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks. They're going to lunch.
Call me?
I said thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Prayers for all. Oh, I love that, Leanie. Prayers for all who need them and for those who don't know they need them. Valerie. Amen, Leanie. Okay. Anybody else? Granny D, are you in a schlump too? I'm going to have to call you and get you out of a schlump. Prayers for the Guthrie family, please, and find Nancy. They have not found her yet, Sally. I know they had 3 people in custody and something about a glove, but I didn't understand what all that was. And Niecy's praying, asking prayers for her lungs. I missed something there, sweetheart. Oh, that's good. They're not that quite healed. Okay, guys, I need to go. Thank you so much for staying. And next Sunday, we've got another Sunday coming up. And next Sunday, we're going to do the ears. And the ears will be so easy because they're just like the feet and the bottom and the head. They all start with a magic circle and 6. Wow, Pebbles. I sure hope she's alive. Why would people do that? And for Bitcoin, I mean, they're no comment. Okay, I'm going to let you go. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and give you peace. And I will see you on Wacky Wednesday with another V-stitch variation for Stitch of the Month. I love you all so dearly, and I'm so thankful that you came today. Please look around your chairs. If there's any paper on the floor, if you'd pick them up before you stand up, it'll be easier for you and easier for me. Put your cups in the sink. Kitty said she'd do those up for me today. Don't forget to fill up your bucket full of love on the way out so that you can share dippers with people around you if you're not making bunnies. Don't forget your shoes, but please don't pick up your sorrows. Leave them on the doorstep. And Andy here is, they'll be back. They're heading down to Hardee's for some lunch. And when they get back, they'll come through my hallway and sweep away all of your sorrows and throw them in the burn pile. So not to worry about those. And I will see you Wednesday. I love you all so very much. Bye.